Voting's coming soon. The Almer Plan. What is this? Well, according to at least one viewer of mine, or one viewer that happened to see my electoral college's bull, apparently I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's electoral, not electoral. I don't know how to pronounce it, and I really don't care. My point is, it's a stupid system. This Almer Plan sounds even worse. States are entering a pact to pledge their votes to whichever candidate wins the general election. So now, instead of my vote not counting because my state might override my one vote, not only that, but if my state decides that says, hey, yeah, let's do this because at least then whoever wins the general election, we should make them president. No! Whoever's winning the general election is not who I want president necessarily. I want president who is voted for the most amount of people. If you agree with the electoral college system, then that means way back when Bush got into presidency that you agree with that decision. Because the electoral system screwed up because of one state screwing up how they were voting. Florida couldn't get their stuff right. And who won the popular vote? It wasn't Bush. It was the other guy. Gore, was it, that was running against him? Man, it's been so long now, I forgot. My point is, the other guy should have won. But Bush won because he won the state, even though he lost the popular vote. So, who won the general election? Bush did. But the popular vote still went to Gore. So, again, in this system, my vote's not counting. And that's what people don't understand. It's as if I made a YouTube video and said, okay, everyone in every single state that you're in has to say what state you're in. Then they get to vote on my videos. Then depending on what state you're in, it gives a better rating than if a different state votes on it. So I just cater to the Californians because I know that will get my video rated. Alright, let's get to the point. The point is, every vote should count. That's how the system needs to work. I know my vote essentially doesn't count if most of my state is for one politician over the other. Do I still vote for the one I want to win? Yes. Why? In the hopes that my one vote might be the one vote that changes my state to the other guy. That's very unlikely. It's more likely that if we counted all the votes, that my one vote might turn the tide. It hasn't happened in a long time where we had a neck-and-neck race down to one vote. It might happen now. I don't know. But I'd love to see this electoral system go away and just count the votes. And none of this BS about, oh, it would be hard to do it or anything like. No, it wouldn't. Okay, it's not hard. We've got computers, we've got systems that we can use. Pen and paper ballots are favorable over the computerized ballots, yes. But you can feed those into a computer. Can a computer make mistakes? Yes. Can a person make mistakes? Yes. So, we need to have a standardized, and here's the other thing, we need a standardized way of voting across the nation. Every state right now decides this is how we want to do it. And within that state, every city decides this is how we want to do our ballots. So it can be totally different ballot depending on where you live in your state. This is ridiculous. Why not just have one standard way of voting? Whether it's going to be through an electronic device, through pen and paper, or whatever. Make it easy, standard, so that people can look it up on the web, so you can learn about it in school, high school, college, GED class, wherever. They can educate you about it at the polling place and wouldn't take more than maybe a minute. They can demonstrate how to do it using fake candidates' names so that if you were an elderly person that never used anything computerized in your entire life, it wouldn't be hard to understand. Or if you never voted in your entire life, it wouldn't be hard to understand. You would just swipe your registration card or whatever, show that you're registered to vote. They would show you how to vote if you didn't know how. It would be standardized. Everybody would know how to do it. It would make the job easier for the people that volunteer to run election places. It would be easier for the voters. It would be easier for the nation. It makes sense. Now, the other debate, and I'm not even going to get started on this, is what about voting online? Well, that's a can of worms, because we would have to make sure it's very, very secure and immune from hackers. Which kind of brings me to the point of, is the voting system secure? Are our votes really being counted? Or is it just all hogwash and there's just like, yeah, well, this state said such and so won? That's kind of why it's run by volunteers. That's why the system's run by volunteers and not an official state person that's paid. Because volunteers can't be bribed. Hopefully. Or not as easily, maybe. I don't know. But my point is, we should make this standard, easy, and for all our votes to count. Get over the fact that I can't say the name of an electoral college right, or spell it right, or whatever the deal is that people were posting on my other video of electoral colleges bull about. Get over that, okay? I don't care. You know what? Move on. So what? I can't pronounce the name right or spell it right or whatever it is. The point is, the system's bull. If you're supporting this system, then I guess you agreed with the fact that the popular vote guy lost out to the other guy because of a technicality. And going back in time, I'm sure a lot of people would love to change that to have been Al Gore. Not that he would have necessarily done any better of a job, but he sure as heck couldn't have done a worse job. Any rate, enough for now. I know what I just said is probably going to open up another can of worms. But, it's just my opinion. If you don't agree with it, fine. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to post. In fact, maybe I'll just disable posting on this video. Because, I don't really, I just want to get this out there that this system's bull, and that's my rant.